Hello, my good people. My name is Dan Zanes. You know what we're here for. We're here for this, the Family Band Workshop. What are we doing today? Today, we're going into the banjo, the basics, part 2. All right, just to review, in part 1, we're in open G tuning, which means we're tuned like this. G, D, G, B, D. That's a nice big open G chord. All right, no need to fret anything. We're on the G chord. All right, then we're into this, the C chord, just like that. All right, and then finally the D7 chord. Okay, so that's where we are. We're going to stick with those chords today. I'm going to show you another strumming technique, and I'm going to show you a couple hammer-ons and pull-offs. But first, if you have even the most passing interest in either Pete Seeger or the banjo, I have to recommend this, one of the great music books of all time, in my humble opinion, How to Play the 5-String Banjo by Pete Seeger. Originally, it came out on mimeograph sheets. It covers an incredible range of styles and banjo lore. This is the 3rd edition, which was revised in 1962. I think it might have come out in the 40s or 50s. But Pete's credited with helping Pete and probably Earl Scruggs with helping revive the status of the 5-string banjo to where it is now. Which is basically, I can go anywhere and show this to people and say, what is it? And they'll say, that's a banjo. Everybody knows. All right, we had a 3-finger pattern that we were playing last time. Thumb, index, thumb, middle. And we were starting to speed it up just a little bit. All right, so let's do the Wabash Cannonball. I'm gonna play this one a little quicker. Listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar, as she glides along the woodlands, over hills down by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, hear the lonesome hobo's call, traveling through the jungles on the Wabash Cannonball. All right, so we're starting at G to C to D7, back to G. We're only going to linger on that C for a short amount of time. So you can watch my hands here. I'll play it one more time. Listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar, as she glides along the woodlands, over hills down by the shore. And just like that. All right. Now, when you're on the G chords, so we're hitting we'll go to that low D string, and we're going to do a pull-off. Instead of hitting it open, we're going to have our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret. So we can, we're going to pull it out. We're going to hit it while it's fretted, and pull our finger off, and pluck that open note. Try that. That's a useful thing to know. Once you get it there, you can do it pretty much everywhere you've got a finger down, or can find a way to put a finger down. You can experiment with that one. But there is something we can do on the C chord. We can do a hammer-on, which is hitting the open note and hammering our finger on there. So in this case, we've got our C chord. We're going to hit the open note, which is the middle one, the middle G, and move our finger quickly back to where it should be to form the C chord. So it's, okay, so let's try this. Let's try the hammer on with the G, and then we'll see if we can do okay, let's try this. Let's do the pull off on the G. And then we'll go to the C. And then we'll go to the D. right, so there's a little flourish we can do with the D, which is basically we're going to pinch these two strings. We're going to slide the chord up 2 frets, and we're going to pinch the 2 strings that you've got fretted, which is the 2nd and 3rd string, back to your G. So the whole thing now. Listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar, as she glides along the woodlands, over hills down by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, hear the lonesome hobo's call. Travel through the jungles on the Wabash Cannonball. That was more or less what we were shooting for, but those are 3 good things to know, and they can be used in any kind of a song. One more thing I want to show you on the banjo. Pete Seeger, in the beginning, talks about a pattern that you can use for solo banjo playing when you're singing by yourself or with other people, which is basically pluck, brush, thumb. The pluck is one of these top 3 strings. The brush is the fingernails against the strings, and the thumb lands on the high G string. So it's very slowly. That's with the open G chord. Now let's try it with the C chord. The D. And you can see as it speeds up, you can begin to find melodies within the chords as you're plucking these top 3 strings. It's much, much harder to do than I realized when I first read about it in his book. It requires incredibly steady right hand and a tremendous amount of accuracy, but it's almost like a meditation to sit and play this over and over and over. And eventually, the muscle memory in your hand does get to the point where you can really do some crazy, crazy things. Again, I recommend Pete Seeger's How to Play the 5-String Banjo. I recommend having a banjo, keeping it in tune and picking it up and playing it with your family and friends. You know I recommend having a family band. And if you want to find the lyrics and the chords to almost everything that's on the Dan Zanes and Friends CDs, you can go to danzanes.com. We have it all there. PDF files, great for printing out. Make your songbook. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Tell your friends the lessons are here. They're always free. I will see you next time for the Family Band Workshop. Good luck with your family band.